Alright. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Late Night Tips. Tonight's video is going to be part 2 of the series on how to prepare your Octatrack for a live performance. In the previous episode, we looked at tempo changes on the Octatrack and program changes on external gear. Click here to check out this video. In this second part, we are going to look at how to manage your performance effects and also how to get your mix ready for the stage on the Octatrack. So let's get started. Okay, so the Octatrack is really powerful when it comes to effects. You can do a lot with the crossfader in here and also with freeze delay, which is something that I really like that you might have seen in another video. And when you're performing live, it really helps to have a clear structure of those effects. So to know exactly where each effect is and what it does. And I found out that the best option is to have it set out consistently throughout your live set, so that you don't, try to memorize, you just go with the flow. So two things. The crossfader, I structure in the following fashion. This position of the fader is no effect, and this is full effect. And I also structure my scenes in this way so that all the right side or right hand side scenes are on the right hand side in here. I can select them quickly with one hand, and also it's sort of logical. And it helps to have them in groups. So for example here, in those three groups, I'm going to have my filters. Hear it. Yeah. So my filters, another filter, and now filtering the breakbeat. So I'm going to remember that those three are my filters. However, they might be set up, but here are filters. Here I have an empty scene so that I have a visual reference as to the next section. And here I have my glitch. So you hear a little glitching, a little more glitching, and some hardcore glitching. Okay, and in scene 6 I'm going to have the width of the filter of my sort of master delay, so that I can fade those repeats out if I was so inclined. And this works. You have to remember to set it up across parts, obviously, because if I go to part number 1, this is all going to be lost. So I have to remember to copy this and then set this up for every song in a similar fashion, so that I don't have to go around and think what my performance effect is. So that's what's been working for me in a live situation. And now the final, fourth element of this tutorial is how to mix your set of the Octatrack so that it sounds really powerful on stage and with a lot of clarity. So essentially what I always use these days, I use in control audio, I use the studio mode so that I have two separate effects. Normally when I go on stage, I'm going to use my own mixer and just send the master to the sound guy. But I'm also going to structure my outputs so that some of the outputs, like percussive outputs, are going to go on main output A, and sort of more harmonic context is going to go out on the second one. But for example, in here you see a big mistake, because you see that this is going out through both outputs, which might lead to overdrive, distortion, and so on. So that's a mistake. And so I want this to go out on cue. for example. Okay, so this helps me control my mix a little bit more quickly on the mixer, so I know that the percussive ones are on one channel and harmonic ones on the second channel, so that I can sort of blend them in more quickly. And then what I'm always trying to do is trying to get the levels equal across the songs, which is a little bit tedious because you have to go through every bank and pattern and just check if the levels are consistent on every track. And it's good to have some sort of a visual reference. I'm actually thinking about buying sort of this level meter in here, like a standalone one, so that I can mix more quickly without the computer. But if you don't have anything like that, you can plug it into a computer and see what levels you're getting from the Octatrack, and see if it's consistent, so that you don't have any unpleasant surprises. Also check your presets, because some presets might be louder, and then it might be a good idea to maybe control them a little bit more with CC sent from the Octatrack, or with oscillator levels, just making sure that those presets are also consistent. And then, well, obviously you have to practice, and what definitely helps is taking your Octatrack out to a maybe a club or to a rehearsal on a bigger system to check really how this works in a live situation. Alright, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more tutorials and more jams. Thank you for watching. Take care.